You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Awesome! Oh yeah. I think you're gonna sing the lyrics over there, but no.
I can't do it.
It's okay.
I don't want to get sued for plagiarism.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to WWE Main Event here at AfterBuzz TV. I am Tom Connolly, and we are here for Main Event tonight. But first, across from me,
this is glare.
The glare.
Wait,
yes.
I'm sorry. You
Yes.
forgot to introduce your new wrestling name on the show.
That'll be my second Twitter handle.
That is XCon Tom.
Yes. Yes. And well, across from me is Gabrielle Loren. How you doing, Gabby?
What's up, guys? Nice to see you again tonight.
And next to her, Scott Narver.
I'm doing all right.
He's blinded over there by something. People watching, people listening need to go to YouTube and watch what happened on the AfterBuzz main pay-per-view show the other night. Because I finally cashed in my Money in the Bank briefcase that I've had.
All that string cheese gone?
It's gone. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I know you guys enjoyed the snacks. But
My question for you is, did
Yes.
the person who won it actually get to keep the briefcase? I know that it's your work briefcase, though.
yeah, no, that's going back to work.
Just the cheese.
I mean, no, that's mine. What are you talking about now? Yeah, but I cashed in. It was a tie between me, Kathy Kelly, and Phil on Sunday night.
Wow.
Kathy beat me in a thumb wrestling contest. But
You want to admit that?
yeah, before we already talked about it. Yeah. Well, I said, yo, sure, I'll fight, a thumb wrestling match, but I still had the briefcase. So once we got in the air, I was like, nope, too bad. I'm taking it back.
So you're just holding a soft lady's hands at that point.
I wasn't. I just, I said, sure, you can beat me, whatever. No. Now I cashed in. So I'm going to bring prestige and honor back to this title.
Good.
It's
on the A show.
Yes, exactly. Here
Is
at Main
that
Event.
Big words.
After, all those rosebuds can go...
They're wilting away right now.
They are. They're dying now. Because the belt's back on Main Event, but not around Christian's waist anymore.
He actually lost about 50 followers when he lost the belt.
See?
Good.
And I gained about probably 3, so it worked out.
Because you also don't wear a ridiculous shirt.
No, I don't know. No.
Let that be said about Christian.
Well, I'll have to maybe wear like a jumpsuit if I do my new gimmick next week. So.
Get a serial
An
number
orange
on you.
jumpsuit. But yeah, so let's get to Main Event for the night. They were in Austin, Texas. Starts out with some Christmas music, holiday music, and out comes Foley Claus.
Well, that wasn't Hanukkah music, let's be honest.
No, I said holiday music.
I know, but you said Christmas
Hanukkah.
music, and then, that was Christmas music. That was clearly Christmas
So Foley
music.
Claus comes out, giving presents to the fans in attendance. He goes to the Miz and Miz and Josh Matthews. He gives Josh a Ryback wrestling
Little plush doll.
Yeah, those like wrestling buddy dolls.
Something you went out of the claw machines, one of those.
Yeah, and then he gave the Miz the Shield rocking horse tree ornament.
Yeah.
I didn't know they sold those, but
I don't think they do. I think that's why they're being given away.
That's awesome.
Yes. And the Miz wanted to make sure that Christmas Bounty is available in Walmart's all over, so pick that up. He needs to get those plugs in for that. And so then Foley Claus gets in the ring and says it's 6 nights till Christmas, and he just wanted to wish everyone a happy holiday. And then he gets interrupted by some Ryback and Rybaxel.
Yeah, a couple of bullies, huh?
Yes, yeah.
A couple of Grinches.
So they come out and Ryback says, "See, Curtis, this is what happens when you don't work out. You get fat." which is kind of true if you don't work.
He said
out,
a really big guy.
Yeah. Yes.
He said that he's a big guy, and then you become a really big guy. Just not insulting at all.
And they said they would have made him cookies, but he would have ate them all because he's fat. A lot of fat jokes going on here.
Doesn't love a cookie.
It's Santa. Santa's a big guy, so oh well. He's not going to come out and be super skinny.
Whatever. He fits down a chimney. It works.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
all you need to do.
Exactly.
And he's way more active. He's going down way more chimneys than they are having matches per night.
True. That's an exercise all in itself.
Magical exercise.
Yes, and Ryback said, Santa has to have something better to do than to feed these morons. We said feed me morons.
Yeah, feed me morons.
Which I thought Axel was pretty good on the mic tonight. I enjoyed both of them on the mic. I was surprised.
I think this was great. I loved this opening as well because, I mean, come on, now we have a storyline going, and that's what we miss in main event. So
Yes.
for me, it's more of an interesting thing to watch. I don't care if you're bringing Santa Claus, Jack the Ripper, or God knows who, but it's just entertaining.
I wonder
Jack
if the
the Ripper,
storyline will continue all year long with Santa.
I think at least maybe one more week or two. Who knows?
Well, they should use like a ghost for Halloween. That was a joke.
Oh, that's going to happen next year. Next year, definitely. So, yeah, Santa said they'll get nothing but coal in their stockings. And Axel takes the bag of toys from Santa. And Ryback wanted a weight set when he was a kid.
Olympic weight
Yeah,
sets.
and all he got was a Thigh Master.
Which was hysterical, first of all.
Looks like he utilized it pretty well, to be honest.
All I got was a Thigh Master. Like, it was like the worst gift of life.
And then they said his beard was fake, and Ryback started pulling on his beard, but it was actually real. Good dye job. And then out of nowhere, the Miz gets up and says, "Nobody touches Santa on my watch." So Miz gets in the ring. He starts singing. He's asked the crowd if him and Santa should sing a song. And
The
Rudolph
audio
song.
engineer pumped in a bunch of, yes, absolutely. We'd love that. Mhm.
What did you guys think was going to happen then? Because I thought that he was going to just straight up punch someone and give them a red nose, but then he just made his own little parody on the song.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping the signal would fall out of the TV at that point for just like a good 3 minutes, and then, back to wrestling.
Well, do we want to sing the song? Did you guys?
Do you want to sing it?
Did you write it down?
Yeah, I wrote it down, yeah.
Do
He
it.
said, Axel, the former champion, he had the shortest reign. He lost to Big E Langston. Perfect will never be your name.
I like that.
That was good. And then the next one was Ryback, the big bald bully. I kind of just, something about winning and running amok. Nobody
you
wants
suck,
to
right?
feed you. We all think you.
Stink.
Yeah. I should have said suck, but yes.
Yeah, Santa didn't want to say it. He felt bad.
No, yeah. Santa's a good
It's
guy.
a family Santa that doesn't say suck.
So then Santa had a great idea. He said, for one night only, somehow he became the commissioner or the general manager of Main Event and decided
Corporate
that
Kane wanted
he
no
was
part of
commissioner
this.
a while ago, actually.
True.
That he said it's going to be Axel versus Miz. And since Ryback will be in Axel's corner, Foley Claus will be in the Miz's corner tonight. So that's the main event of Main Event tonight.
They set up the main event of main event.
They did. I was kind of surprised. I thought it was going to lead to the match right away, which I thought was going to be more of the main event of the show. And then we find out that on Raw next week, it's Good Santa versus Bad Santa. So it's Sandow Santa or Santa Sandow versus Santa Henry. And then we come back. I mean, what do you guys think of that for Raw? I think it's, it's Christmas time.
That's a very nice way of putting it there, Tom. The Christmas Raws are a little rough.
Yeah, they are. They're not, I mean,
They're not geared towards us,
no, they're not.
to be perfectly honest.
No.
Last year, Santa was run over by Alberto Del Rio
Yep.
in a car, and then died
Yes.
for a short period of time. He flatlined in the back, and then
A Christmas miracle happened.
a Christmas miracle happened, and he lived again. And then John Cena and Alberto Del Rio had a match where they were hitting each other with presents and stuff.
Wow.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
summed it up right there. A very flat. Well,
Hitting each other with presents. Why didn't they think to go for the tree? That's what I'm
Did they
thinking.
was there a tree out there?
there
I
were
don't
trees
remember
out
now.
there. I don't think they used them.
Yeah.
Because the thing is,
They were opening presents and finding plunder inside of them to hit each other with.
I think what would make the Christmas special of Raw more interesting is if they maybe did, what was that match from last week where you had weapons? What did we call it?
Like a hardcore match?
Or the TLC match.
The
that-
TLC.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they labeled something for like Christmas where it was like all these big like Christmas things, like sharp ornaments, I don't know, where you can just use
Yeah, First Blood Christmas.
as like a blood Christmas bash.
This is in ECW.
Exactly.
Because I'm sure they had one of those matches in ECW.
Like,
Texas
butcher the
Death Match.
holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see some red.
I think that would be awesome.
That would be pretty fun.
Watch the kids watch Bad Santa just bleed everywhere.
We did see some blood later in the night.
That's true, we did.
Caitlyn was bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, a little
but yeah, so
busted lip action.
So then we come back from break, and now Alex Riley has joined the commentary team with Josh Matthews. And the first match of the night is R-Truth and Xavier Woods versus 3MB. We found that no Heath Slater. He hasn't been around for a
Still?
week, and they said he's recovering from surgery. I didn't say exactly what kind of surgery he had, but they said he's been recovering. So
They might be removing his red hair. I'm not sure.
maybe, I don't know. But this match was kind of short. It was basically Jinder and Drew working over Xavier Woods for most of the match, keeping them, cutting him off, keeping him in his corner. The commentators were going back and forth, and Xavier Woods has been feuding with Brodus Clay. They showed at the beginning of this match like Brodus Clay turning on Sweet Tea Tensai on Raw and basically leaving, and the girls, the Funkadactyls, going with. I thought they were gonna come out with Xavier and R-Truth because I feel like they kind of formed a group on Monday, but no Funkadactyls tonight. Even though they danced with them, I don't know. I feel like once you dance with someone, they have to come out with them to the ring, right?
That's
Yeah.
Is that like a?
It's very 50s sock hop
Yeah, right.
of you.
They're gotta be going steady or something by now, right?
Well, I
Give them their
mean,
pin.
Yeah.
that's how Fandango does it.
That's true.
Same idea.
Yeah. And Josh Matthews had a lot of funny things to say. Alex Riley was talking about how he thought that, Brodus Clay had such a great in-ring career. And Alex Riley said, or Josh Matthews was like, well, yeah, Brodus Clay's career compared to Alex Riley's in-ring career is probably better than Alex Riley's. I was like, they were pretty harsh with each other. And then,
For the holiday season, too.
exactly, yeah.
Cutting the whip.
We find out that Xavier Woods has a crush on Topanga from Boy Meets World. Alex Riley wants to be on Boy Meets World, but Josh informed him that it's canceled and been canceled for like 10 years now.
Yeah, but it's coming back with a remake. You know that.
Girl
right?
Meets World.
Girl Meets
Yeah,
World.
yeah.
Oh.
So maybe Alex Riley will get his wish. Maybe he'll get a guest spot on.
Well, maybe that was a plug for something to come.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe he's got an inside tip.
It may be.
Yeah.
We find out that Drew McIntyre has the AAA stamp of athletic, agile, and aggressive.
I think you found that out, and you're informing me now.
Did.
I do not listen to the commentary as much as you do.
I just have to listen. I can't stop listening to them. But yeah, it was basically them, the 3MB beating up Xavier Woods for most of the match. He got a crucifix roll up for 2. Then he, did like almost like a back body drop roll up for 2. And then Drew McIntyre hit an awesome like running boot right to Xavier Woods' face. I thought it was really cool.
It's easier. His leg didn't have to go as high.
Yeah, and they showed a replay of that, which I thought was really good, like slow motion almost. But Woods was able to get the hot tag to R-Truth. R-Truth came in, cleared house, hit a scissor kick for 2, and then as Jinder was on the outside of the ring, Xavier Woods was on the apron and did like a running like flip onto Jinder, which I thought was really cool looking.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then, with Jinder being taken out of the match, R-Truth was able to hit his finisher and get the win. So R-Truth and Xavier Woods win this match tonight.
They did it.
They did. They beat 3MB. They did the impossible.
Seems like they did a little better because we were talking last week how Xavier Woods is he's so small that he's getting picked
Yeah.
on and getting beat up. And he seemed to do a little bit better. These guys are both really tall and really big, but he is still the guy that gets the brunt of the beatings.
Yeah.
So he's still not being shown quite in that light where he can hang with
But
everybody.
he did beat Brodus Clay like 2 weeks ago, too.
He
So, I
got
mean,
the roll up,
yeah,
but he's still getting the snot kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was nice to see them win this match, I think, because of that.
Yeah, so, Scott, what would you give a rating of this?
It was quick. Not a lot happened. I was glad that this wasn't the main event of the show. But it was fine, just fluff. So, too short. So I give it 13 conspiracies.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it showed off both teams. I think, 3MB without Heath Slater there, I feel like they've stepped it up a little bit the last couple of matches we've seen. Like, they've been more aggressive in the ring, which I kind of like, because I think they don't have that extra man on the outside to interfere or do anything, so they have to, prove it more in the ring or just, be more aggressive. And I mean, Xavier Woods, I like him and R-Truth together. I think they make a good tag team. They complement each other well. So I think hopefully we'll see them being pushed up more in the tag team division and, maybe get a shot at the tag belts. We'll see. I think they got to still finish. I still think they have unfinished business with Brodus Clay. So.
Yeah, they got to steal their women.
Yeah, now they really have to steal them. Like next week on Raw, steal them. Maybe that'll be the Christmas present. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I gave it a 3 rating. I thought it was good. It was a little short, but, it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 2.5 because I wasn't that into the match. But I am happy, like I said, that R-Truth and Xavier Woods won because it was, time for him to shine.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say necessarily shine is the best word, but, time for him to get a win in.
Yes. And we find the tribute for the troops is going to be on the 28th, so like a week and a half, which is always good. Something they do every year.
Yeah, those are neat.
Yeah, they're always good. They're always fun. I feel like they always are very uplifting, fun shows that they do, where it's not storyline based. It's just kind of
you get to see the soldiers being really excited that they get to have this show for them.
Yeah.
And yeah, they do fun stuff at those shows. Or they sometimes pit guys together that don't really wrestle that much because it is a special show.
Yeah, exactly. So that should be fun. And then we find out that it's going to be the Rhodes versus the Wyatts on SmackDown this week. And I think it's for the belts.
Yikes.
Oh,
So
is it?
I think it is. I'm trying to remember if
Where
it is.
does your allegiance lie, Gabby?
Yeah, huh? Uh-oh.
Those are 2 favorites.
Just think if the Wyatts win and it's for the belts, then they become tag champs.
I want the Wyatts to win for that reason. So, I mean, I do love the Rhodes, but I'll go Wyatts on this one.
I don't know. The tag division is building up very quickly.
Overflowing.
Yeah, I think everyone is just in a tag team anymore.
It's great.
It's good, though. It makes sense. If they have people that aren't really doing much, let's find people that, work well together and become a tag team.
And they get to rest up a bit that way, too.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not working that hard.
And then, so let's go to the second match of the night. AJ Lee versus Kaitlyn, who Kaitlyn we haven't really seen much lately. She was in the
why?
Survivor Series match.
Well, you know why.
Why?
AJ decimated her so long ago. She went to the bottom of the rankings.
She did.
And then she worked her way through the Bellas, and AJ's just going to demolish everybody.
Yeah. I mean, they said she's at 185 days, her reign right now. If you calculate it out, and she doesn't lose the belt before Royal Rumble, she will be the longest reigning champion.
Wow, that's
because it's 200,
insane.
216 days is the top now.
She's going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see her losing the belt in between now and the Rumble. Anyway.
You know what? I think that this association just loves her so much because of her feisty energy. Because she's one of those divas that's not just a pretty face. Like, she actually is, like, raw and hard, And it's not like a funk. I love the Funkadactyls, and I always forget their names.
The Bellas?
No, not the Bellas. Their real names and wrestling names. I get confused.
Trinity and Ariane.
So
Yeah.
Trinity, the real name,
Naomi, yeah.
she's great. Ariane's not as skilled, I feel like. But that's a good example, like an Ariane versus an AJ Lee. She's just a pretty la da 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 da. While AJ's like, get down and dirty. I'm gonna kick your butt.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's
Yeah.
probably why they do too.
True.
Yeah.
I know Scott loves AJ.
She's adorable.
Who's your favorite diva?
Oh, AJ.
AJ? Mm-hmm. What about you?
I would say AJ too right now. Yeah.
Right now? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Well,
What
is
does
it
that
right
mean?
now?
Doing of all time?
Oh.
Because Victoria is up there as well.
Out of all time, I'd have to say Lita or Trish.
Okay.
But it's kind of a toss-up between them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But AJ Lee right now, most definitely.
Yeah.
She skips.
I mean,
the
she
ring.
can-
How fun is skipping?
She's amazing on the mic.
She's cute.
They need to give her the mic more.
Yeah.
When
That
she
promo
did that,
when she cut down the Total Divas.
her
was
pipe
amazing.
bomb, was awesome.
I'm shocked they didn't put her on the cast for Total Divas.
I think they did it on purpose. I think it was one of the things where they
keep the separation.
Yeah, they know what they got with her more, and I feel like she is more into the wrestling, not the
Clown,
reality stuff.
yeah.
She's
So-
made everything work so well when she's been featured in wrestling with all the different guys that it wasn't really needed. The
No.
vehicle to get to know all these other girls on a personal level when she's been so good in character. That's why.
Yeah, I think it'd be weird to see her on Total Divas because you see her, act
like
a certain way in the ring,
Yeah.
and then you see her on TV and you're like, well, I mean, I'm sure I would like her more because I feel like all those girls have become more likable except for
Uh-oh.
yeah, even Marie is. I still don't think she's likable.
Oh.
Her and Ariana are what's her
I don't watch
name?
Yeah.
Total Divas.
It's Naomi and Candace.
The girl with the
Ca-
blonde.
Yeah, Candace.
Cameron.
Yeah, or Cameron. I'm not really big fans of those, but those two. But
Okay.
yeah, but let's get to this match. But we want to say something else.
I was gonna say it'd be like seeing Kane on Total Divas.
Yes, exactly,
It'd just be
yes.
too weird. It's like, what? What is this guy Glenn doing?
That would be very
Well,
weird.
a lot of the
Very
guys
weird.
do cameos on it. Like Fandango's done a whole thing on it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the 3MB guys were on it for a hot sec. I told you about that
Yeah.
episode.
So I mean,
it was a hot sec.
Yeah, he got pissed off at Eva Marie for one of the guys I think it was Jinder got pissed off because she forgot one of their names when she was ringing announcing.
see, that's why I don't like her. It's not that hard. There's only 3 of them.
Yeah,
Come on.
she was like, "Can I write it down on my hand?" Like she was so stupid.
It's like, or you could look at the app or all the other
Like
things.
I
that are
know their
around.
names, and I've only been watching wrestling for like 2 months now. I don't even know, but I know their names, and I'm not a professional WWE diva. That's so sad.
And she probably meets them every day. Like I'm sure they talk when they go to TV at least
Yeah,
most of the
and
time, or at
they-
least introduce
On the
themselves.
road together, what?
That's
I don't know.
embarrassing.
All right, but let's get back to this match. It was mostly controlled by AJ. A lot of it.
She's a champion.
I know.
She's a champion.
The AJ did an awesome reversal. It was into a chokehold, which Alex Riley said, "Oh, AJ's got the Black Widow on. She's got the Black Widow on." And Josh Matthews just went right along with him and said, "Yeah, the Black Widow," which it was not the Black Widow at
No.
all. It was not her finishing move. It was just a chokehold
It was
that
a
she had.
hanging guillotine choke.
Yeah.
Like she's got her feet off the ground, wrapped around Kaitlyn, and just doing a guillotine choke.
I mean,
No,
it
arm
doesn't
was
even look like it
trapped.
at all because when she does her finisher, she's on their back. When she was doing this, she was in
Got
front
an
of
arm
her.
sprawled out to the
It was
side.
very weird and very confusing, and I don't understand why nobody, chimed in their ear and said that's not her finish. That's not the Black Widow.
Oh, they chimed
Like,
in later.
They did chime in later, yes. So she had that chokehold on her. Kaitlyn was able to get out of it. AJ went for a sleeper hold, which they did call that a sleeper hold. Kaitlyn was able to get out of that too. And then Kaitlyn, started to make her comeback. She hit 2 big clotheslines and then a running shoulder tackle onto AJ for 2. Kaitlyn, she hit it.
She's so much bigger than her.
Yeah.
Those look brutal.
Mhm. It did.
She's
It definitely
ragdolling
did.
her at that point.
And then Kaitlyn hit a drop kick, and then she picked AJ up, like almost to do like her torture rack kind of like, I guess it would be a submission if she did it like that. And as she got her up, Tamina just got on the apron and just started yelling like, hey, over here. Distracted Kaitlyn enough.
Very well thought out strategy.
Yeah, huh?
Just yelling, hey.
It distracted Kaitlyn enough though, for AJ to finally lock on the real Black Widow, and then Josh and Alex Riley start arguing, going, "Oh," Josh goes, "No, that's the Black Widow. Why'd you lie to me and tell me that other move was the Black Widow?"
So bizarre.
It's the commentary on Main Event is very bizarre, but it's fun. It's fun for me to listen to. So Kaitlyn taps out and AJ gets the win. Good win for AJ. Shows her dominance.
Great
for
win
being
for AJ.
for being one of the smaller girls to go against Kaitlyn, who's one of the bigger, more powerful divas.
Okay, so even in a situation like this where obviously AJ's win is well deserved, I still don't agree with the distraction tactic because I think it's a cop-out. And again, I'll say it, it's about skill and talent in the ring. You should not get distracted. That's amateur BS.
I know,
I
but
don't know.
but
Oh, you weren't here when I talked about it. That was last
no,
week.
I heard, I listened.
Oh, you listened. Okay.
Sitting
I
with
listen to you
arms
guys.
crossed. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
No,
I don't know. I just don't care. It's just not my style of what I want to see when I watch. And that's just me.
And just so you know, Tom, you can't go to the ring with Gabby and expect to help out.
I know, I heard. She's not going to help
I
you.
don't want your help unless I'm dying. I really don't. I like to settle shit myself. Excuse my language.
That's all right.
But
You can say settle.
That's like with everything in my life. Like, I want to do it. Like, I don't know. I'm hands-on. I want to figure it out myself.
Gotcha. Well, AJ is just not a good person right now, so
She's a great person.
If Tamina's gonna help her out, then she'll help her out.
See, I feel like AJ doesn't need the help, but Tamina
doesn't,
just
though.
wants the 15 seconds. I'm just kidding, but I don't know. I think she just kind of wants to get in on the match, but AJ doesn't need our help.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
She could do it all by herself.
can.
but
She could.
She's just
She
smart
could.
hiring a friend.
Yeah.
Hiring a friend.
So what'd you think of a rating for this, Scott?
Oh, this was a really, really good match. There, I hope to see next that we do see a Divas match main event, especially with AJ doing it. Like they're having great matches. The match last week with Alicia Fox and Natalia was great.
Yeah,
they
it
just keep
was.
having really, really great matches. So I hope that is something we see. And I really dug it. This was the match of the night for me. So I gave it 87 skips to the ring.
Gotcha.
How about you, ex-con?
I thought it was good. Not as good. I thought it was. I gave it a 2.5.
What?
I mean, I thought it could have been better than it was.
Man.
I don't know. Some of it was kind of dragging a little for me, and I just didn't. And
Yeah, that's Kaitlyn's
the
fault.
commentary just screwed it all up.
That doesn't affect the ladies.
But I mean, I like that they're having Divas matches on main event. Hopefully it'll be a weekly thing. It should just be one match should be a Divas match. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get these girls in the ring in front of the crowd. Might as well put it on main event if you're gonna have it. So, so I gave it 2.5. What do you think?
The boys love the divas.
We do.
I give it a 4.0.
Gotcha.
Oh, the Gabby loves the divas.
I do love the divas.
Well,
I
who's
guess
your
more
favorite
than
diva
you.
then?
I mean, I do love AJ's persona. Like, if I could be any diva, I would want to be AJ's character, but with Naomi's moves, Trinity's moves, whoever Trinity.
Yeah,
is,
Naomi.
yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that the
Oh,
one
with
with
her
the
moves.
the butt
Yeah,
to
the
the face?
butt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With the rear view.
That explains what you've been practicing out in the lobby right before we record.
Oh,
Phil walks by, Steve walks
Yeah.
by, and just like wham, right in the face.
I could show you guys some fun moves. I'm doing yoga now, so
Yeah,
well then,
so you got to
yeah.
subscribe to the YouTube page and see Gabby doing yoga right now.
I got a lot of flexibility, you guys. All right, I can do that like Wyatt. What is it? Like
Oh yeah, Kathy
back-
did it the other night.
She did?
Clum did it on the pay-per-view show, and then Kathy did it after.
You know who could really do it probably better than anybody? Is the champion.
Yeah, I know. I probably could, but not tonight.
Oh, no, not tonight.
Oh, you know we have
No.
cameras
No, no,
covering
no.
every part of the studio. You could actually show
That's
them
okay.
how to do
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you got
okay.
this big open space right here. We got cameras over there. Like, there's enough room.
That's
I
okay. Maybe
almost-
after the new year.
I think we should get comments on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
Okay, if they say they want me to do it, I'll do it. Okay.
Yeah, fans, comment. Let us know if you want to see the ex-con do this move on AfterBuzz TV.
They're like,
Champion.
why is this ex-con on this?
It's the one where the Wyatt brothers stick their tongue out at the end. Who is the one that does it at the end?
Bray? Yeah.
Yeah, he goes
Yeah.
back.
I'm gonna break my back.
Remember,
Okay, but let's get
imply
back.
that Gabby, you want to see Gabby do it. Yes, that's
Yeah,
understood.
the deal is,
But
I'll
say
do it
Tom.
if you do
Yeah.
it.
Okay, fine.
Ryan Klum did it on WWE's Raw.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And
Standards.
he's no champion.
No, but he's way in better shape than me.
It's totally different.
I got a couple weeks. I got a couple weeks till we get
Wait,
back.
but Tom,
so.
do you have a move that you can like actually feel comfortable doing right
Patented
now?
move.
Not right now. No, I'm good.
Downward dog.
Downward
good.
dog. Oh my goodness.
I'm good. I'm good. All right, so let's get back to
The lanky
let's get back
cat.
to Raw.
I don't know yoga moves.
You
What's
were
the one where you
right.
push down? The
Is that not downward dog?
Vinyasa? It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
plank, but it's
Yeah,
they
yeah.
say like go through your vinyasa flow.
the one where you like, right, like
Yeah, and it's
yeah.
upward dog,
yeah,
right?
like the cobra or something like
The
that.
funk-
Something.
Funkasaur ass?
This is the one
Yeah,
where
is that
you
move?
like bend your back up while your feet are on the ground. Is
Yes.
something like a cobra. I forget.
Yeah. That one I'm fine with. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I bet you these wrestlers do yoga and they need the flexibility. So
DDP yoga, probably.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so let's get to the Raw rebound of the week. We find TLC, Randy Orton became the champion of champions by defeating John Cena in the TLC match.
I got that right. Yes,
did.
yes.
He is the World Wrestling Entertainment World heavyweight champion.
No. No, it's just WWE World
Yeah.
Heavyweight
Yeah,
Champion.
which stands for World Wrestling Entertainment World Heavyweight Champion.
Gotcha.
Double the worlds.
Hey, you needed both in there. Because there's 2 World Series, isn't there? I don't know.
The worlds are colliding.
Yeah. So, Orton comes out on Raw. Triple H and Stephanie are in the ring with him. He goes and, basically degrades the crowd, telling them, you guys never believed in me. You never thought I was going to win.
It's true, I didn't.
So why should I care about you?
You shouldn't.
And then John Cena calls him an idiot and says,
Yikes.
hey, you may have beat me, but you owe someone a match that you haven't beaten yet.
Titus O'Neil.
Yep.
Such a strange turn.
And so Cena says that, it should be Orton versus Bryan tonight. Orton doesn't want to have that match. He says, no, I don't have to listen to anybody. But there's 2 people in the ring he definitely has to listen to, and that's Stephanie and Triple H. So they decide, they talk it over, and they say, yes, tonight it's going to be Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan in the main event of Raw. It was an awesome match. One of the best matches I've seen on Raw in a while.
Yeah. And it kept going, too.
Yeah, it was at least a good 25 minutes, I think. Daniel Bryan, amazing like always. Even after, fighting 3 guys the night before to come into this match and still just give it his all.
And Orton, too.
Yeah.
Stepped it up after TLC.
Yeah, he went through 3 tables at TLC. John Cena only he barely went through one. It was nasty when he hit his head on the table when he fell off the ladder at the end.
I saw the show.
But, Randy Orton pulled him off with the rope, and Cena fell, and it looked like he was supposed to jump out a little more, maybe go through the table.
Yeah.
And he just kind of slipped a little and just nailed, the corner of his head, right on the side of the table. Yeah. So it was just he just came down and was and that's the table. Yeah. So, an awesome match. Daniel Bryan, makes his comeback. You think he's going to win. He does his yes kicks. He sets Orton up for the 3rd one. He misses, Orton ducks, and Orton just hits him with a low blow.
Thoughts on that, Gabby?
Yeah.
Listen, I respect
nut
Daniel.
blows?
Oh, yeah, right? It's my move. Daniel Bryan,
okay.
I respect. I think he's a great wrestler. But I wanted Orton to win his match. I wanted him to do good at that during that special, and he did. So whatever it takes, right?
Whatever it takes with that. He hit him in the junk.
Yeah.
He hit him in the bearded junk.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
How
Ain't
is
nobody
that?
got time for that.
I'm not walking in the ring with you, Gabby. It's not happening.
I mean, come on, you're in. Well, this was a TLC one, right?
Yeah. Well, this is on
Or
Raw.
no,
This
sorry,
happened on
this
Raw.
was the
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah.
Match.
So
It was on
then,
Sunday.
yeah. So then, as Orton, is kind of celebrating, John Cena comes out, takes down Orton, and of course he turns his back on Orton, which you should never do. And out of nowhere, Orton hits an RKO on John Cena, and Orton celebrates,
Leaves
holding
his
both
nuts
belts.
alone.
Yes, he did leave him alone. So Orton celebrates, standing over John Cena and Daniel Bryan. So is this gonna mean we're gonna have triple threat at Royal Rumble?
Might.
We got 6 weeks. I want to see Daniel Bryan in the Rumble though. So why can't guys do double duty on those nights?
They sometimes do.
I want to see him in the Royal Rumble and in a match.
It seems weird though, because it's you get your one chance. I feel so you shouldn't be able to do both. Either you win the championship that night, or you are in the Rumble for the chance to fight for the championship at WrestleMania. You can't have both. That's great.
No, but I think that's awesome though. I think it makes sense. Like last year,
so says the guy
when
with
it was
the title.
CM Punk versus The Rock, okay, I wish the Rumble was last because I think it would have made sense that hey, CM Punk lost to The Rock and The Rock won the belt. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't CM Punk want to get his chance again and go in the Rumble?
He would, but then he's got the chamber match, possibly.
Yeah, no, but if he won the Royal Rumble, he'd definitely go to WrestleMania.
Well, sure, but then I don't know. So many chances.
I know they have a lot of chances, so why wouldn't you
Give another guy a chance.
Come on. You gotta look out for yourself, right?
Yeah, you
See?
do.
Exactly.
Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Yeah, no nut shots. That's what he's cooking.
Yeah.
Dirty tactics.
All right, so then finally the main event tonight, the Miz with Foley Claus versus Curtis Axel with Rybaxel. Such a weird name, but the match starts off with
Would you
Miz.
prefer Kerback?
No, Rybaxel sounds better. The match starts off with Santa giving the Miz a toy of Ryback to give to Curtis Axel, and well, I think it was of Ryback, the toy.
Yeah,
and,
it was an action figure. Yeah.
Yeah, which I don't understand. So Axel just knocked it out of his hand, and just started stomping on the toy. Which why would he stomp on his buddy? It's kind of weird.
He has the real thing.
I know, but still,
Because maybe he
it should have been a Miz doll that he stomped on.
That makes more sense.
Maybe he wanted himself instead. He's like, what is this? I want me.
True.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think he has.
Why would he
I don't
want
think
a
he has an action
doll
figure
of
yet.
somebody else or like an action figure of someone else?
Collector? I don't know.
Like, would AJ Lee get a collector's item for like one of the other divas? No.
Probably not.
No.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
that makes you soft, okay?
See? Yeah. So Axel was basically in control for most of the match. He had an awesome neck. The Miz was kind of caught up on the second, like sitting on the middle rope, and Axel grabbed him and hit a neck breaker from the middle rope, which I thought was a cool looking move. Mm-hmm. Axel hit the distracto arm on the Miz, and then he started talking trash to Santa on the outside of the ring. He just started yelling at him.
Oh, no.
And then he picked up the Miz, threw him into the ropes again, and was kind of like raking his eyes on the rope, and started just yelling, "Merry Christmas, Ryback! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Ryback!" And Ryback was like, "Yeah, Merry Christmas to me." He didn't say Merry Christmas back to him. How rude of him not to say that back to him.
It seems like a last-minute gift, really.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
He didn't really think about
he
it.
should just threw the action figure to him and said, "Here you go, Merry Christmas."
Oh, yeah, and they're that too. Yeah, here's your toy, buddy.
So then the Miz starts to make a comeback, but Axel was able to trip him up on the ropes. He hit a spinning neck breaker onto him. The Miz then made a second comeback of the match. He hit a slingshot in the corner. He hit a big DDT for 2. And then Ryback jumped up. Your favorite thing, Ryback, interference. Ryback jumped up on the apron, started yelling at him. And then he jumped down because Santa Claus, Foley Claus, came around to stop him. And the Miz did just kind of like a drop kick. He ran against the ropes, drop kicked Axel onto the ground, or Ryback onto the ground. And then Santa Claus pulled out his stocking from his pants, and then he hit the mandible claws onto Ryback.
Yes, normally Mr. Sacco that Mick Foley would bring out and then puts on his hand and then jams down the guy's gullet to paralyze the nerves in their mouth.
Yes.
Instead was a Christmas stocking.
Exactly. Which I thought was good. It was a good touch.
Yes.
It was funny.
Fun little thing.
Yeah. And then the Miz hit Axel with the skull-crushing finale, and the Miz gets the win. And him and Foley Claus celebrate in the ring the victory. And they pass out toys, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
So what'd you guys think of this match?
This was odd. I do remember, I will add this to the match, because I forgot about this earlier, that something that I really loved was in the opening segment with Santa, everybody in the ring, they were chanting Goldberg.
Yes.
Which just chanting a Jewish name with Santa in the ring just really was funny to me. But it was fine. It was a fun match. Like, I assume this is what we'll see on Raw with Sandow and Mark Henry. And it's fun. It's fine. And Foley got to be involved. So it's harmless fun. But Miz is now a good guy again for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Just very confusing for the normal watching fan. So I gave it 14 awesomes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I gave it 3.0. I don't understand what's happening with The Miz. It's very confusing. The writers out there need to pick a side. Is he good or bad? Because it kind of is getting annoying where I liked him on the pay-per-view on TLC. I thought, on TLC.
Because he had a bonus match with Kofi, is
Yeah.
that right?
I thought it was good. It was a no DQ match. The crowd started kind of chanting boring towards the end, but I don't think it was boring. I thought it was a good match.
They worked well together, those two guys.
And I mean, they have that feud going. Obviously, Kofi is the face in that feud, and the Miz needs to be the heel in that feud. I don't know if it's just because I think it all ties back into this. It's Christmas. He's in a Christmas movie. We need him to be, we need him to be likable to the fans because they want him to go buy the movies, and I understand it, but you should know this is happening, or I don't know, who knows,
They should have pulled the trigger on this in January.
Yeah. January,
turning on Kofi and all that stuff.
Yeah, they should just waited, and he should have just been tagging with Kofi this whole time. Because also they tagged one match together, and the Miz turned on him.
Yeah.
Like if they were tagging for a little while, and say they got a win over the Rhodes, and then say on the Christmas Raw or New Year's Raw, they get a tag title match. They end up losing. Maybe they miscommunication, they lose. I think it would have been then the next week
he does the. I don't want to win belts with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just goes like, I don't need it. I'm gonna win a singles title. Whatever.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a weird timing of everything. But Gabby, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think that they really do need to make a more focused storyline on The Miz. But I do like seeing him getting up there and wrestling. It's nice. So I gave it a 3.5, and I honestly thought the whole beginning leading up to the match was hysterical. Like, they really brought the comedy to it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought everyone did really good in the opening segment. And then, when you have Foley, you can't go wrong. He just works in everything.
Yeah.
And he'll just make it work. He doesn't really have to try hard to make it work. So, yeah, but I mean, overall, good main event.
Did you give that one a star rating?
Yeah, I gave it 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was okay. I mean, it was good. There were some good moves in the match.
Yeah.
And the ending worked out good. I like the
fast pace.
I like the mandible claws and Foley Santa and all that other stuff. So it worked out well. But this is our last main event of 2013.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? It's gonna be more Santa Claus next week. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to tweet about it at home.
Yeah, I guess.
And I'll practice my what's the move I'm doing? The back handspring thing or whatever.
Oh,
not handspring. No.
I know what you're saying. I
Yes.
forget the term. What it's called.
I have no idea.
Back bend or something like that.
Back bend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
The broken spider.
So I will practice my back bend over break. I will polish up my championship title, and maybe we'll see some new titles here or something. I don't know.
So we're gonna have to see those comments on our YouTube page.
Yes, yeah.
That we want.
Yeah,
Tom
what they want to see.
That Tom doing yoga.
Yeah. Because I know they want to see Gabby, but not me. So.
I mean, come on, like all the dropping of the soap in jail should have taught you how to get flexible.
What?
Tom Con Connolly.
So Gabby, where can they find you?
You guys can find me at Gabrielle_Loren on Twitter and GabbyLo87 on Instagram. Plus, I will be hosting our season finale tonight of Big Tips Texas next with Scott. Yeah.
Scott, where can they find you?
They can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, which is called Curtain Jerks, which is available on iTunes and ComedyPodcastNetwork.com. And you can find me on Twitter at Curtain Jerks.
Gotcha. And they can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom, TheCalm, not the con. And you can also, in the new year on Supernatural when it comes back. And we'll see you guys here. And I'll be defending my belt over break, I guess. I don't know. But we'll see you guys in 2014.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.